Joined in studio now, Paradise Valley State Champion runner-up quarterback Daniel Bridge-Gadd, who was enrolled early at the University of Washington. And it's pretty crazy. Like, not long ago, we're on the high school gridiron watching you play. It seems like you were only with us a short time with the 2 fantastic years, and now you're off to college. Has it been kind of a whirlwind of how quick everything has happened for you?
Yeah, it definitely has. Going from, it feels like, you started freshman football yesterday, going from that, playing with all your guys, to starting the recruiting process and, getting through that thing. Then, you get through your football season, your first semester of your senior year, and then graduating early and getting up there. It all happened, just really fast, and it's been a fun experience, though.
Before we get into your time at Washington so far, let's reflect on what you accomplished in high school. And you took a program that had never been to a state championship to a state title. You took a program that has seen success with some great players, but nothing to the point that you guys were able to accomplish the last 2 years, really, but more so your senior year. How much fun of a ride was it? What do you take away the most from the whole experience?
It was super fun. Everything through that entire season was just memorable, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. But I'd have to say that the best part was seeing all the alumni and fans of the area. Or there's a group of people that they just support you that much, and come out, and whatever you do, they're all on board. And that's just the whole thing, is bringing back the old PV community, the new PV community, the 8th graders that are on the fence about where to go. That was probably the best part to me, was just the community aspect.
Yeah, I mean, and it's a program, some years, great numbers when you come out for spring practice and then fall camp, and then some years, you struggle to fill out 3 teams, freshman, JV, and varsity, all across the board. Do you feel like with what you guys accomplished the last 2 years, last year especially, really kind of revamped the community to really get more kids out there and be excited about the football program?
Oh, yeah, I definitely think it does. I think that we made PV a bigger name. I think that, it'll catch some kids' interest, when they're deciding around some neighboring schools. Definitely, there's no such thing as bad publicity, and, Coach Davis has been doing a great job over there and kind of, going around the middle schools and kind of promoting our school. We got some guys coming up through the program that I think will do a good job of selling it. And, I definitely do think we'll have some better numbers out there this year than we did last year, and PV's definitely on the rise. Now,
you and I spoke spring ball last year, going into your senior season, and you had a handful of mid-major level offers, but you said Washington was interested. And then the full football season, for the most part, happens, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, maybe a few weeks after you announced your commitment to New Mexico State, there's Washington saying, we've been interested, here we are, we want to throw you an offer, we want you. It seems like they've been a school that's been involved in your recruitment very long time, but they finally came in the end. That's ultimately where you ended up. How happy are you with how it all worked out in the end, and what was going through your mind through the final stages of your recruitment before they solidified that offer, which led to a commitment?
I'm really happy the way it went. There were some times, obviously, where the recruiting process can get a little stressful, but Coach Pete and Coach Smith were just telling me to go through the process and believe in what they were telling me, and that they wanted to see some games and just come see what I can do. And Coach Smith made it out to our Cactus Shadows game, and that was when they offered me that weekend after. But just the thing that probably affected everything the most was just the trust they had in me to just play my game and not worry about too much else. And just the process that they were talking about is really kind of what got me to commit there.
And you have enrolled early in the program. You're down in you're up in Seattle, I should say, already currently on break. But what's been the biggest life adjustment? Obviously, the weather. Seattle compared to Arizona couldn't be more different. But just life in college. You have to grow up pretty quick once you get to college, and you're doing it earlier than most.
Yeah. Life in college, the biggest thing is probably your time management skills have to go through the roof, because your entire day is filled with stuff to do, and you only have so much downtime. Especially college is hard in general, and then you add playing football on top of that, and that's just a whole other tier of difficulty. But I'd probably have to say time management from high school to college is the biggest thing.
And not to mention being a quarterback on top of it. I mean, you've got to learn an offense here. You've got to be able to step right in at spring practice and be able to know offenses and schemes and where everyone is going to be.
Yeah.
It's amazing to me how collegiate athletes can fit it all in. What are you finding is the best way to manage this time?
Definitely, give yourself 1 free hour a day, and that's something to look forward to. But the way Coach Pete says it is, get your stuff done first, and you won't feel guilty after procrastinating. If you get it done, you get it done when you're supposed to. You might have, you know, that hour of free time that you want, but something that definitely helps me is just it's fun. Football's fun, and it's not something, you know, if we install a couple new plays and I have to study those or watch some cut-ups, that's not like, oh darn, I got to do that. You know, I get to do that. That's awesome. That's not something, you know, a lot of people can say they have to do. You know, it's just something to me that's fun, and as long as it keeps being fun, it'll never be stressful.
No question about it. Daniel Bridge-Gadd, former PV quarterback, joining us here on the Brad Cesmat Show. Daniel, what's upcoming for you? I mean, a freshman quarterback, it's not easy to start or play as a true freshman, but you're not throwing anything aside. You're competing for a job since the moment you step there, and what's the likelihood that you could see some action or possibly redshirt coming into your freshman year?
You know, they haven't really divulged their entire plan to me yet. You know, I'm just going to go in and step in and compete and play my game. I play a game a little differently than you know, some of the guys up there right now, and I'm just going to go there and try and improve my game, get the offense, get the schemes down, you know, and just kind of get my football IQ up, you know, to the college level, and we'll just see what happens from there.
And you've got Byron Murphy joining you too. So 2 Arizona guys. He's not there yet. He'll be there in the fall. But did you guys know each other that well, or you gotten to know each other well since you both have been committed? And is there a personal comfort in knowing another kid from the same area is going to be joining you once you get there?
You know, I didn't really know him that well throughout the recruiting process. Before he committed, I sent him a message, and you know, I was just letting him know that you know, Coach Pete and all those guys are a great group of guys, and I think he would love it up there in Seattle. I congratulated him after, you know, he committed. I was very involved through all that,
sure,
all the recruiting stuff, and watching and seeing where he was going. But you know, there's kind of comforting knowing that you're going to get a guy up there that's kind of from the same spot as you, understands the same things, might be going through some of the same, you know, homesickness things that you were when you get up there, but it's definitely comforting.
Last thing for you, those gold chrome helmets, arguably one of the best looking helmets in college football. I mean, do you look phenomenal in those things? Like, it's hard not to look good in those helmets that they rock.
Oh yeah. The gold chrome those are something else. You know, when you can put it on and see a reflection in it, or see the lights of the, you know, Husky Stadium, that's definitely something. I think we have the best helmets in college football.
That's Daniel Bridge-Gadd, former Paradise Valley quarterback, now at the University of Washington, starts his career, and it's nice enough to join us here before everything gets started. Appreciate it, Daniel. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.